Franklin High School, we have maroon, we have white with a touch of powder blue tonight as we have the Battle of Franklin. Franklin Admirals at home tonight against the visiting Centennial Cougars. Michael Williams for the WCTV Game of the Week alongside Paul Breece. Paul, we're in for the Battle of Franklin tonight. What you got to say before kickoff?
Here's what we know, Michael Williams. The Franklin Centennial game has come down to the winner can squeeze into the playoffs kind of situation here. They have the upper track, right? And both teams are looking to make a little headway and start heading the correct direction at both teams, right? 2 and 4, Michael Williams?
Overall, Franklin, I believe, is 1 and 4. They have no wins in the district yet, and Centennial is at 2 and 4.
Well,
and they are 1 and 2 in District 6 AAA. So again, a win tonight, and the loser might be shown the door in terms of playoffs.
Well, I do know Centennial's a pretty young team, and you know, a young team on the road, they do not need to get behind on the situation here. The offensive line for Franklin is obviously the strong suit, and if Franklin can get a lead, they will just start pounding the rock and try to just make the clock just go away and end the game. And Franklin would love to end as a winner here on homecoming night here at Howard Gamble Stadium.
Franklin set to kick it away. Cannon Plowman will take the ball at the 10-yard line, finds a little seam, and cruises up to the 35-yard line. Well, the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 to start the game. Franklin coming off looking for a win after a 2-game losing skid. They lost to JP2 in kind of a makeup game last week. Centennial lost to Shelbyville. And here come the Cougs on offense for the first time tonight. Quickly out to the flat. Ball is incomplete.
Well, Brendan Jones, the sophomore quarterback, just trying a great call by Coach Kreisky just to keep things simple for the sophomore, an easy pass, but just couldn't be handled out there on the out. I believe that was who was that? See, with our monitor out, Michael Williams, you're going to be the guy that's going to be able to see it.
So Plowman back in the shotgun, and he is slung down in the backfield by a host of Admirals. Loses a good deal of yardage on the play. He'll move it back to the 29-yard line.
And Plowman, the quote-unquote starting receiver, went to a direct snap right there. And that is not the start Centennial needs here, as it's a 3rd and 17.
So the Cougars going backwards as they begin the game. Just like my buddy Paul Breece said, these guys are mighty young. A lot of sophomores. I believe Coach Kreisky has to call up one of his freshmen off the JV squad for today's game. Brendan Jones now stepping in at quarterback for Plowman. Josh Forsey is running back.
Hey, Michael Williams.
Yes, sir.
Clock malfunction here at Franklin High School.
Well, gives us an opportunity to talk about this beautiful weather that we've been having.
Yeah, absolutely. I need it to stay like this next week.
So it can kill all of your grass?
Well, yeah, I for sure. I would like to go ahead and retire the mowing season officially tomorrow.
Go ahead and put it in the books for 2020?
Yeah, and but it looks like we're going to have some pretty good weather next week and maybe a couple of days of golf. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
For fall break.
That's right. Fall break coming up next week, Thursday and Friday. The following Monday for the kids. For the students. I'm not exactly how close we are to getting started. But when we do, Paul and I will talk.
Well, we've had 3 plays: the kickoff, the first and second down play and only 10 seconds of runoff, and I know that's got to be incorrect.
Homecoming tonight for the Franklin Admirals.
Yeah, how about that?
They marched out their homecoming attendants, named their homecoming queen.
Always a big deal, you know, the homecoming parade that they have. I guess they had to kind of revamp it a little bit, the route.
The route.
But, yeah, still pulled off. And the kids, especially the seniors, were excited to make that happen. And it's just a shame, Michael Williams, I mean, because this place would be jam-packed, right?
Oh, yeah.
On a normal Battle of Franklin football game.
Yeah, I was thinking last year at this time we were looking out the parking lot and there were still people lined up to get in the ticket booth. But a little different scenario this year. So they whistle it up. Now we're ready to go. 3rd down, 17. The Cougars have to get beyond the 45. In trouble. And find as the receiver, I believe that is, I want to say Kofi Boggs out. Forsey rather on the reception doesn't have nearly enough for the first down, and the Cougars will have to punt it away.
Gain of 10 on the play. It's 4th and 7.
So Centennial set to kick it away. Nicely done.
Yeah, beautiful.
And number 15, Taylor Spirito, he'll call the fair catch. And the Franklin Admirals will take over 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line.
Ball just short of their own 23-yard line.
We watched these Rebels, Paul Breece, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Or Admirals, either one.
Admirals, there's our first one tonight. Sorry about that. We watched these Franklin Admirals 3 weeks ago, as they played Summit and handed the Spartans their first loss of the year. So one of the better quarterbacks in Williamson County, Connor Bevan. The quick pitch is out to Bryce Sparks, and Sparks will be bowled under at about the 25-yard line, maybe a pickup of a couple. Jeremiah Scruggs, the big nose man, the junior.
Just about to mention that, Michael Williams. I mean, that young man takes up a lot of space out there. 5'9", does that say 280?
Jeremiah is a large young man. Bevan again fakes a handoff inside, looking to go deep, and finds his open receiver. Cutting inside, I believe that is Carson Gardner. Gardner all the way up to the 50-yard line, where the Admirals will have it 1st and 10.
Well, nice job by Bevan. I thought maybe he was going to take off and run, but a better option to go ahead and step in the pocket there and take a look at Gardner, who kind of plays more of a slot receiver.
So again, Bevan outside. This time his receiver is number 3. I believe that is Carson Repass, and Carson grabbed by a turf monster right there, and he's.
Yeah, that terminology, the turf monster, is definitely correct on that play because he was touched by no one.
Dropped inside the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 4. Bevan again, the handoff to this time to Sparks. He'll run into a pile of people, but he's got enough for the first down up to about the 37-yard line.
Scruggs again on the tackle, so pretty active down there in the nose guard position for Centennial.
Jeremiah, a junior this year, he's playing next to his little brother Keegan Scruggs, his little brother. His little brother's built like Jeremiah is. So the Admirals now 1st down and 10.
Keegan Scruggs, a freshman, is what it says.
Bevan's pass is complete up to about the 30-yard line. That's 42. That is Ashton Orton, the 11th grader. as it close to the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Nice play on first down. This game went down to the wire last year. The Admirals coming away with a 1-point victory in one of the better games that we saw all last year, Paul Breece. Sparks inside this time, and will run into the scrum. Crosses the 30-yard line, and he's close to the first down. They'll go ahead and move the chains. Sparks again with another first down, and the Admirals keep marching down the field.
Yeah, well, you're back to your point about close games. I think everything, as far as anything, record books, any stats, can be thrown out the window between these two teams. I think there's no love lost between them, and they're going to each give their best to try to defeat the other here.
Sparks again, try to swing it to the left side, finds a little crease, and he'll get through and cross into past the 20-yard line, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, Franklin not doing anything fancy, Michael Williams. It's just 4 here, 5 there, 6 there, first down, eating the clock up. And again, it's those offensive linemen up there for Franklin that are just creating just enormous amounts of opportunities for Bryce Sparks, and now DJ Durham's in the backfield.
Well, we've seen this before. Bevan again, he rolls right, this time looking, and will chuck it himself. Tries to turn the corner, just gets inside the 15-yard line. I think he's got enough for a first down. And it will be enough for the first down. As they point forward.
Yeah.
And are they going to move the chains? They move the chains.
Gain of 2 on the play, but it's enough for a
only needed 2. Probably got 2.5.
Ball at the Centennial 15-yard line.
So the ball spotted at the 15, 7:19 to go here in the first quarter. Franklin on the march. We got a first down at the 15-yard line of Centennial. Bevan inside again. This time the give is to Grayson Bruce. And Bruce, again, wrestles his way down to about the 7-yard line. And again, the Admirals in business, knocking on the door.
Well, defensively right now for Centennial, I mean, they've got to just stop them, or I mean, obviously create a turnover would be the top option, but if they can stop them and just hold them to 3, I would call that a win right now.
Inside, and we run into, again, the scrum. And Centennial says nothing doing and pushes the pile back.
Well, Centennial got excited right there because they felt like the ball popped out. But the officials, I guess, called the runner down.
Well, would you call this a win if you could hold Franklin to a field goal here?
Absolutely. This is a huge down. 3rd and a long 1.
Ball down close to the 5-yard line. Bruce again in the backfield, and Centennial jumps. And the Admirals will have an automatic first down because of the encroachment.
Well, you got a bunch of young guys, as we talked about. Centennial is, I mean, you talked about Scruggs and his younger brother, who's a freshman out there. I mean, when you're going against a guy like Fisher Anderson, who's got, major D1 offers out there on the table, that's kind of an eye-opening experience for you.
Admirals march inside their Centennial's 5-yard line. Bevan again, this time inside give, and Grayson Bruce walks into the end zone, and Franklin will have its first score of the night. Touchdown, Franklin and Grayson Bruce, as the Admirals are able to get on the board first. Again, Paul Breece, not a whole lot of fancy
No.
finagling there.
You know, after watching Independence play, after watching some other teams in the county play, that was just the blue-collar-esque. And that's Franklin football, right?
A.J. Elliott on for the PAT, and the Admirals again go on top 7-0 with 5:52 to go here in the first quarter. So we talked about this coming into the game. Give you some statistics as everybody is in action tonight. Independence sits atop Region 6 AAA at 2-0, 4-1 overall. Ravenwood High School at 3-3, 2-1 in the district. Brentwood High School 1-0 in the district. Paul can probably tell us more about Brentwood here in a second. Centennial in that fourth place spot. Dixon County and Franklin High School looking to get out of the cellar with a win tonight over the Cougars.
Yeah, you kind of feel bad for the Brentwood Bruins. I mean, they've had 2 games canceled. They had to scramble this week to pick up a game because it's homecoming week. And who do they land in their lap but Oakland High School, probably the number 1 team in 6A. So happy homecoming.
So Kofi Boggs has it slip through his reach right there, and Centennial will take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. I watched Oakland in a state title game several years ago with the great running back Precious Valentine.
I do remember him. Listen, did you say Franklin's overall record was 2-4? That's what I have.
That's what I looked up.
2-4. Okay, good.
That's what they told me. So Plowman in the backfield for the Cougars. He gives it to his running back, Josh Forsey. Forsey finds some daylight, still on his feet, over to the right side and shoved out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Forsey with a nice pickup.
Well, that'll get the Cougar crowd going. I mean, after the Cougars just got punched in the mouth time and time again on that defensive series, man, to open up on the first play right there and get a big chunk is going to be huge. Now just cannot go backwards to create a turnover.
Forsey with a 35-yard run on first down. They switch quarterbacks again to Jones. And this time, Franklin blows it up.
Wow.
As number 6 is Brendan Jones.
Yeah, Journey Keene, 57 right there, just blew the offensive guard up. Graham Bendoff, the sophomore, and Journey Keene, I mean, he's an all-region defensive lineman.
So a loss of 5 on the play. And again, Centennial a step forward and 2 steps back.
Screen pass they were trying to set up.
And that is Jones's pass incomplete to Plowman.
You know, and that's unfortunate. Centennial's got to make plays like that just to stay out of trouble. I don't know if he would have gained, but maybe a yard. But just knowing that a throw and a catch has to be made as you're scrambling for your playoff life here, you know, in week 7.
So after the big first down run of 34 yards, Centennial headed backwards back again on their own side of the field. This is Jones again going deep this time into double coverage, and pass knocked away at the last second.
How about that? Caleb Anderson, the sophomore, stride for stride with Plowman. Nice job by the corner there, the sophomore.
So Anderson's coverage will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, little fun fact. Caleb Anderson, pretty good baseball player. Probably really good. Look for him to probably move to the next level in the game of baseball. going to be short.
15 is Taylor Spirito on to receive. He'll let it drop inside the 10-yard line as Centennial will kill. Probably could have let it go a little bit farther, but I'm not out there. So the Admirals will take over 1st and 10 from the 11, it looks like. As we take under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
First and 10 for the Admirals. Ball at their own 11-yard line.
Bevan inside to Sparks. And again, Sparks trying to keep the pile churning. And they finally blow it up as Sparks heads past the 15-yard line.
Well, give Centennial D-line credit. I mean, they had a big task tonight is to try to go against that formidable offensive line for Franklin. And they've kind of held their own, Mike Williams. Yeah, they're giving up maybe an average of maybe 5 yards a carry. But you know what? They're not giving up an 80-yard run. So they're at least giving, giving them a shot and live for the next play.
2nd down 4. Bevan again, back to pass, looking left. This time nicely done. He's got his receiver. Is that Spirito out there? It is Taylor Spirito who will take it up to about the 35-yard line.
Number 15, Taylor Spirito.
A pickup of 18 on the play. So Spirito, the senior, very reliable receiver. And the Admirals back in business, getting out of the shadows of their own goalpost up to the 35.
Well, when Bevan gets plenty of time to throw, I mean, it's an easy game, right?
Sparks again takes it across the 35, and he'll be dropped after a gain of about 2.
Bailey Pauley made the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 8.
So the Sparks carry brings us up to 2nd and 8 as we take to 3 minutes to go here in the quarter.
I think this may be one of the first times where Franklin is not in a 2nd and less than 5 situation. So it'll be interesting to see the play call here.
Bevan again fakes the give inside. Here comes the defense, and Bevan throws it away.
They're not going to call it down.
No whistle.
Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me, right?
And finally they do whistle it.
Yeah.
And the Franklin parents are saying, hey, fellas, give us a break on that one.
Yeah, that was going to be, unfortunately, no replay in high school. But, I mean, his arm was definitely going forward. And
I didn't get a view of the Centennial player running after the ball, but he had the only frame of mind to go and chase after it because he didn't hear a whistle.
Yeah, the umpire that stands in the middle of the field, he was just standing there waiting for something to happen and waiting for someone else to blow the ball dead, and nobody ever did. So usually it's the side judge's responsibility to blow the incomplete down, but never got it. It's a big play.
3rd down and 8. Here's Bevan again. Here comes the big rush, and Bevan in trouble, tries to escape and is brought down as he crosses the 40-yard line. He'll be well short of the first down.
Yeah, Coach Donnie Webb, I think you got to go for it here. It's 4th and 3. You've been running the ball really well. This is the last 2 plays have been the first 2 plays that Centennial's brought actual pressure on Bevan. And maybe Coach Kreisky for Centennial has found something that they can go and keep the pressure on Bevan. I would think maybe a quick pass, look for a repass, but it looks like Donnie Webb's going to call a timeout. I'm rambling trying to beat the play in. Donnie Webb's going to call a timeout when I can slow down now, right?
Yeah. How was your day today?
Yeah, really, no joke.
So the Admirals, again, man, it's hard to check myself every time I say that. I've been an Admiral or a Franklin Rebel since 1983.
Well, before the game, we joked about how many times you were going to call the Rebels because of your being an alumni.
Oh, yeah.
I said 4. You've already hit 2. You got a long way to go before the game's over. So I feel pretty good about this. Listen, I got to give a quick shout out to our True Blue follower on watching on our YouTube stream tonight. Librarian from my school, Coach Susan Oldham. Coach Susan Oldham watching at home.
Hi, Miss Oldham.
This is an exciting night for her. You know.
And your very handsome husband, Clark, and your 2 beautiful girls.
There we go. Well, we're not going to say a whole lot about Mr. Oldham, but Susan does a fantastic job at Grassland Middle in the.
He has a beautiful head of hair, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I can't really talk because mine's starting to, you know. I'm going to leave it at that. Leave it at that. I wear a hat a lot now.
2:07. Here's Bevan again, and now the Admirals will move. Isn't that something? You come back out of a timeout and you jump off sides.
Yep. Donnie Webb's livid. He listen. He called the timeout to set up that, set up that situation, and the drive will be stalled.
So Cannon Plowman back to receive, set at the 20-yard line.
Uh-oh.
Kick is away, and that will fall well short. Get out of the way, guys. We had a bad punt situation last year, if you remember that. And Coach Matt Kreisky was actually asked to leave the game.
That's right.
Last year.
That is correct.
From last year.
I do remember that situation.
Coach Matt Kreisky, coached by Donnie Webb once upon a time. These two, mentor and student, now face off as rivals. Centennial now has the ball 1st and 10. That give inside to number 6, Forsey again, and Forsey is forced back to his left side. He'll be stopped short again of the line to gain, which is the 36-yard, well, the line of scrimmage rather, excuse me. And we've got a solid orange moon coming up over the horizon over.
Where?
Right over here. Right across the field from us.
Listen, if you're going to ask me what type of moon it is, I have no clue.
So 2nd down and 11 after the pushback. Jones again rolling left in trouble, in bad trouble. Loses the football. And I believe Centennial looked like they were fortunate enough to join.
You're right.
Jump on top of it.
Number 6, Josh Forsey. And that's just a prime example of a young quarterback, right? I mean, he's scrambling for his life. He probably just could continue to roll out, throw it out of bounds, and live another day, right?
Yeah,
That's what they say.
Big learning curve for these young Centennial Cougars. Ball is pushed all the way back inside Centennial's own 10-yard line. Yes, indeed. It is 3rd and long. Forsey again inside, and he'll get up close to the 20-yard line and buy his team's little bit of room for the punt. Clock continues to tick away. That will likely be our last play of the first quarter.
Wow.
And 3, 2, 1. So at the end of 1, it is the Franklin Admirals 7, Centennial nothing. And this, the Battle of Franklin.
At this time, we'd like to thank the parents, students, administrators, and
you know what?
that made the float competition possible.
Very interesting game. We've been watching a lot of independents, some Summit, and it's a lot of quick scoring, right? A lot of big plays, and here we're seeing just, little chunks of yard here and there. We see a lot of defense making big plays. And, hey, that's Franklin football, right?
Most creative.
When it's like saying, hey, what's the Titans record going to be when Jeff Fisher was a coach? 8-8.
Construction and design. The
we know what Franklin's going to have. Right. Listen, Michael Williams, I want to pass along to you.
Did Clark-
Susan Oldham did chirp. She chimed back in and said she would like you to tell the Bell Witch story. Those are good times. I remember that quite well. I believe you called me in a couple of times to hide behind some bookshelves and jump out and scream. Is that that story? Right?
Don't get me in any more trouble than I already was in it.
Well, that's okay. But yeah, it's tremendous.
Great stories. Good fun. Back to football.
Number 19, Carter.
Man, here's what Centennial's got to avoid. Any kind of mistake right here with the center punter exchange and a big return by Speartoe with the big field. Well, they went for it. They tried to block it.
Ball rolls out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. I had a couple of parents up here yelling about roughing the kicker, but no flag on the play. Franklin will take over first down and 10. At about the 45-yard line of Centennial.
You know, it's amazing listening to the Franklin band. You know, we used to come here and hear the Florida State song, the Chop, and right, was that like the theme song? Now they're playing the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, being the Admirals, which is pretty cool.
We'll take it.
Yeah, the band here is tremendous, by the way.
Times change. Outside, the pass is complete to Carson. Repass. Got
two
a little
stiff
bit
arms, three stiff arms.
Daylight up to the 15-yard line. And Carson repassed the 12th grader, all 6'3" of him. Carries Cougars down to the 15-yard line, so a huge pickup on first down.
A gain of 30 yards on the play and a first Horizon first down. First and 10 for the Admirals, ball at the Centennial 15-yard line.
So again, Franklin back in business. Bevan again this time to Sparks. Fight his way inside the 15, perhaps a gain of 2.
Well, you see Fisher Anderson helping up it looks like maybe a linebacker, number 28 right there for Centennial. I mean, that's unfortunate when you see a guy like Fisher Anderson getting to the next level on a block coming at you as a linebacker. But Fisher Anderson did the sportsmanlike thing, helped him up. But, man, give Centennial's front 3-4 guys credit, man. They were making life tough for Bryce Sparks, who's, just needs one little seam to bust it.
Sparks again tries to weave his way through traffic and is brought down at the 6-yard line. Fisher Anderson, the junior, listed on the roster here at 6'7", 275 pounds. So be thankful you don't have that grocery bill.
And I believe he was, they were doing the homecoming court before the game. I believe he was maybe the junior representative.
He was one of the escorts, yes. Very handsome young man.
Again, we're in a situation, right, where Centennial got to try to, and there's a false start, and that's going to help them, right? 3rd and short, and now Franklin is now in a 3rd and 7 situation. Unfortunate for Franklin, but, man, Centennial keeps getting bailed out and being able to stay in the game like this, right?
So the Admirals, again.
Did I not?
No, I did it. I got to check myself every time I say it. I've got to pause and I got to think about what I say. Push back 5 yards on the false start. Third down and 6. They have to get to the 5-yard line of Centennial for a first down. Again, Bevan across the middle, nicely done. Caught and pass. Carson repass. Complete for the touchdown. 11 yards. And Franklin tacks on 6.
Well, that's a situation when a quarterback is kind of feeling pressure. You want to stare down your go-to receiver, and that's what Bevan did, and Carson repass. And there's 6 points for the Rebels.
47, A.J. Elliott on for the PAT. straight and true, and the Admirals again on top, 14-0. 9:58 here to go in the second quarter.
Franklin High School Athletics would like to thank its 2020 sponsors, Eli Stone and Shelter Insurance, Air Conditioning Services, Inc. Go with the guys in the green trucks.
Well,
Urgent care.
Michael Williams, I got to tell you, I'm getting texts all over the place, right? Everybody wants a shout out all of a sudden. I think I started something I probably shouldn't have. But it's just interesting. We got a group up in Knoxville. I guess maybe they're visiting their sons up there that are going to school. Maybe they're going to sneak in the UT game.
I wonder who you could be talking about.
But they are at a Knoxville Marriott Hotel watching the game on a big TV down in the lobby. I mean, this is great. I mean,
Very nice.
I've got some people that from Michigan that are watching as well. So just exciting times as the the Admirals almost got it. Admirals are up 14-0.
Cannon Plowman and Kofi Boggs again set to receive the Chase Thompson kickoff. That's
going to be tough.
Bounce out of bounds. Interesting strategy there.
Yeah, Chase Taylor, number 18, the kicker right there. I would assume that he was probably told maybe to kick it that direction. And, being on AstroTurf is, I call it AstroTurf. Right? You know what I'm saying? Turf. Sorry. It shows your age, right, when you call it AstroTurf.
From the Astrodome.
That's correct. And you kids at home have no clue what we're talking about. It's basically playing
AstroTurf. It sounds like a good for you cereal.
Yeah. Well, it was playing football on concrete that just had some green over the top of it.
Green paint on it, right?
Yeah.
That's how we grew up, and we liked it like that.
Absolutely.
So the penalty on the kickoff puts the ball at the 35-yard line of Centennial. So decent starting position thanks to the penalty. 9:58 to go in the first half. Admirals on top.
Okay, so
14-0.
Michael Williams, I got to tell you, Plowman is now taking the direct snap.
Plowman calls a blocker, and indeed he'll take it himself up the middle, fights off a tackle and over to his left side, and nicely done is Cannon Plowman up to the 45-yard line of Franklin. So a gain of 20 yards on first down.
It amazes me when they take the receiver and put it out the wideout that people are still concerned about it. When Marcus Mariota used to play for the Titans and they would put him at receiver late in the season last year, be like, we're never throwing it to him. Come on. So here it goes again. I guess Centennial's going to stick with it.
This time to give to Forsey, and Forsey gets out of trouble and up to the 37-yard line. So again, a nice gain on first down for Centennial.
Well, this is the same situation as the last offensive series for Centennial, right? They had that big run. They got down inside Franklin territory, and then it just kind of fell apart. Now Centennial has got to come away with some kind of points here as we are at the 9-minute mark here in the second quarter.
So 2nd down and 2 for Centennial. Again, the give inside this one more time to Forsey, and moves to his left and give him about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard before he's shoved back.
Yeah, so you had 2nd and short. Now you've got 3rd and short. And Centennial has to convert. But obviously maybe Coach Kreisky is thinking this is 4-down territory no matter what's going on.
They'll call it no gain on the play. I thought Forsey may have had a yard. 3rd down, about 2.5. Again, Forsey this time finds a hole on that left side, and he'll have his first down. Mark the ball just outside the 30-yard line, so a nice pickup as Centennial able to move the chains.
We call that a much-needed first down.
A much-needed first down.
Man, to get a reset here and right at about the 31-yard line, it's just.
So Forsey with the gain of a little better than 5 yards on the play. This time, direct snap to Plowman. And Plowman has run out of bounds as looked like a touch of confusion on the play.
Yep. Well, they call that disaster from the start. But I saw Journey King come up with the tackle right there, and I thought, oh, my. He grabbed some face mask right there, but no call. The referee's side judge was right there, but okay.
Probably be a loss of a yard on the play as the ball is pushed back to the 34-yard line.
Centennial does not need to put themselves in a passing position.
Plowman again up the gut and runs into a couple of Franklin linebackers. DJ Durham on the stop for the Admirals.
So it looks like Coach Kreisky and the Cougars are just going to ride the wave with Plowman here at quarterback. Kind of remind yourself of a Cam Newton-esque type situation right here. Or they're just going to say, hey, all right, Cannon Plowman, here we go.
So Plowman again calls in another blocker, this time to Forsey, and Forsey up over the 30-yard line, close to the first down. And where they spot the ball, boy, that is right there, Paul Breece.
Yeah. All right.
But not there enough. So
Centennial, will they go with a hard count? If they don't, and they snap the ball, will they snap it from a shotgun? Which, again, is a pet peeve of mine when you're only less than a yard away.
Plowman again. I think we know where this is going. And
with Coach Kreisky, there we go. Oh.
The Admiral crowd comes to life, and inside to Forsey, and Forsey, he'll have his first down. Crosses the 20-yard line. So again, Paul Breece, the much-needed first down.
We're probably going to say that the rest of the way on this drive if they continue to pick up the first down.
So Centennial now in business, 1st and 10 from the Franklin 20-yard line. 5:47 to go here in the first half. And this time Plowman will take it to the left side, finds plenty of daylight, and Plowman down inside the 10-yard line for a big first down for Centennial.
Hold the phone, Centennial Cougar fans. Here we go. Plowman around the edge.
The 11th grader, Cannon Plowman, knew exactly what he wanted to do the entire time with that play. Nice hard run, just shy of the 5-yard line. And here are the Cougars in business again. This time, the give inside.
How about that?
That is number 6, Josh Forsey, and he will have the touchdown. Forsey, the 11th grader, falls across the goal line and gives Centennial its first touchdown of the night. And that fires up these Cougars. Carter Potts. PAT is good, so we've got a new score. Franklin 14, Centennial 7.
Well,
shaking up Centennial Cougar on the play.
That person was actually the kicker who got rolled up on there and no call. But so 14-7, I mean, the Cougar crowd across the way has come to life, Michael Williams, and it's hang on just a second. Don't think this game is over quite yet.
Centennial had the big outdoor pep rally yesterday, the socially distanced
How about that?
pep rally yesterday, the activity schedule, and everybody was out in the stadium, just like old times.
Well, yesterday I was at the WMA Middle School Golf Tournament, and
how'd your golfers do?
We finished runner-up, but I tell you what, second place, with the crew I got, I only lose one 8th grader, and got everybody else coming back. So future's bright. Got a good group of 6th graders currently right now, and you know what? Can't wait to see, hey, listen, golf is one of those sports. It really doesn't matter what your age is. There was a young man from Page. His name's Jake Eichhoff. He's 7th grader. Ladies and gentlemen, he shot a 29 yesterday. 29. Yeah, that's right. That's on a 9-hole regulation course. It's all good.
Paul Breece, the Nick Saban of middle school golf in Williamson County.
Sure.
I'll give it to him.
Oh, they're going to give it to him?
So Caleb Anderson, 2 feet in the end zone. How many county titles have you won in golf?
I got to tell you, Michael Williams, we kind of hit a wall here. I've got like a stack of runner-up plaques, 5 out of the last 6 years. So, unfortunately, I've claimed 3. I've had a lot of golfers that have gone on to play some good college golf, and that's always fun to keep up with,
5:21 to go here in the second half. Centennial just half the score. 14-7 is our new score.
Oh,
they give it to Sparks, and this time Bryce Sparks close to the 35-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 4 on the play.
Again, not the home run that Franklin's looking for, but you know what? Getting them, 2nd and 5 is better than 2nd and 12, and that's what they want to try to avoid as the clock here in the second quarter under 5 minutes.
So 2nd down and 6, ball just inside the 25-yard line. Bevan again calls his own number, looks for the option, and this time he'll take off and fall over the 30-yard line. He'll have the first down, it looks to be, although they spot it right there at the 30. They'll go ahead and move the chains, question mark? And that's what they'll do, indeed.
Straight from an ELA teacher. Question mark? That's funny.
I've been teaching semicolons for the past 3 weeks. So Franklin now 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Bevan out wide. This time the pass is complete to Carson Garner. Carson Garner lowers the boom on the Centennial defender.
Wow. Little out pattern right there. Bevan hits him, and Garner does the rest, including taking a few Cougars out here on the run.
So Garner, all 6'2", 200 pounds of him.
Baseball guy, too, as well.
The senior gives Franklin another first down at center field. Baseball.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Bevan again this time. The give is to DJ Durham, I believe. Yep, DJ Durham, one of my best 800-meter runners back when he was a middle schooler. DJ punches the ball down to about the 46-yard line, maybe a pickup of 4 on the play. And Franklin back in business now. 2nd down and 6. Bevan again rolling right, passing right.
Nice catch.
Catch is made at his shoelaces by Garner again. And Garner will have it at the 35-yard line. So again, the Admirals on the move. .325 to go here in the first half. Got a good one in the Battle of Franklin tonight. Franklin 14, Centennial 7. But Franklin on the march here. Can they put one more over before halftime? Bevan again, this time the give inside is to Grayson Bruce, and Bruce looks to turn the corner, but nothing doing as Centennial closes the door on him. Number 11, Cade Motley, in on the tackle.
Tremendous job of the Centennial defensive end. Kind of strung the play along right there, kept his outside shoulder free, and Bruce could not get upfield. And that is, you know, probably one of the few times where we see Franklin in a 2nd and 13 situation that, you know, they're not in the positive yard here. Now we're going to see if maybe they take a strike in the passing game here.
Bevan again.
Plenty of time.
Looking long.
There's the strike.
To the right side, and that one will sail over his intended receiver. Spirito, the intended receiver on the play. And brings up 3rd down and long for the Admirals. Paul Breece, you were marching, and all of a sudden you stop, and now you're stuck with a 3rd and long.
You know, it'd be an interesting thing to see if Franklin has like a screen pass in their repertoire of offensive plays here, because, you know, to see like a Fisher Anderson or someone like that coming, letting you go on a free run and then him trucking toward a cornerback.
Bevan again across the middle. This time the ball is complete to Spirito. Spirito wrestles away from one tackle and gets it down to the 12-yard line. So the run after catch for Taylor Spirito, number 15, the senior. Very reliable receiver. And Franklin again back in business after the 3rd and 13. Down to the 12-yard line of Centennial. 2:17 to go here in the half. Now give inside is to Grayson Breece again.
There you go.
Breece.
Late flag, Michael Williams. Maybe a holding situation.
He'll take it in from 10 yards, but
let's check
hold everything. We'll look at the what the flag situation is. And not a whole lot of celebration and some walking backwards, so Paul Breece is exactly right on the penalty. It is blocking the back.
Well, I'm not sure how you can block in the black when you're going between the tackles unless the defender turned around to chase the guy and he shoved him.
So they call Jackson Knotts on the block in the back.
Wait a minute. Let's check our roster there.
I think so. That was number 17, yes?
I thought he said, did he say 17? I think he said 73.
No.
Mason Jones.
Maybe Mason Jones on that one.
From the 16-yard line.
Jackson Knotts right here in front of us here on the 46-yard line.
Okay.
That'd be a
misheard. First down and 13 now. This time Bevan rolls left. And pass is made by Durham, or catch rather is made by DJ Durham. And DJ has it up close to the 10-yard line. I think they'll spot it at the 12. Franklin's got to get up to the 4 for a first down.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 now from the 12-yard line of Centennial.
Oh, that's a good counter right there.
Bruce inside, and this time, does Bruce fall over the goal line? He does indeed. So Grayson Bruce, touchdown, Franklin. From 12 yards away.
Yeah, I believe he was a young man that scored earlier, right, and got it taken away because of the block in the back. Good that he got it back. The senior on homecoming night gets a touchdown. A memory he'll carry on forever.
We talked about those core memories today in my class.
Oh, there you go.
Inside Out, remember that? One of the greatest Pixar movies of all time. No.
Well,
A.J. Elliott on the kick, but it's blocked, and this time Centennial with a chance to.
Yeah, no, they can't do anything. It's dead. Once it's blocked, it's dead.
I knew that.
I knew you knew that.
So the PAT is blocked. If they ever hire me at CBS, I'll have to remember that particular rule. So the new score after the Franklin touchdown, Admirals 20,
their gold
Centennial still 7. We've got a minute 44 to play here in the second quarter. In this Battle of Franklin,
McClary Allstate Insurance.
the 13th one since 2012. These teams, Paul Breece, have been split.
Really?
4-4 since 2012. The winner of this one will take the lead in that since 2012. Now, Franklin won the first 15 contests.
Okay.
But over the last, since 2012 rather, it's been split back and forth. 4-4. Matt Kreisky has a 2-2 record against the Rebels, and Donnie Webb, being the coach since 2012, he has the 4-4 record. Franklin again set to kick it off. This time the Cougars are able to return after the short kick. Can't exactly tell who the ball carrier was. I think it was 31.
Mm-hmm.
We look on my fantastically laminated roster. Ryan Yates,
Sophomore.
the 10th graders.
Sophomore.
Centennial definitely wins the battle of the rosters tonight. A lovely laminated 2-deep roster, nice and big for these old eyes can see.
I thought maybe you had taken them from the coaches over here or something.
And I'm keeping the good one. So 1:37 to go here in the first half. Centennial again.
Oh my!
And I believe that is Forsey, and they will. Franklin's
Clay Crowder 71 was almost there at the same time as the
exchange.
You're right.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13.
So Matt Kreisky found something he liked in the last offensive series by marching the ball steadily with quarterback keepers. Here's a pass, and Plowman shoved out of bounds as he stretches it beyond the 40-yard line, enough to give Centennial a first down as we tick under a minute to play.
So
Forsey up to the 41-yard line.
yeah, Kenneth Plowman, jack of all trades, right? Running back, quarterback, receiver. I mean, we've seen a lot of that, right? Jackson Campbell, Independence, Destin Wade, Summit. There comes the screen.
Inside, the Brendan Jones screen pass falls short.
Let's give it a credit for to number 34, John Bostad, for Franklin right there, kind of holding up that lineman and making life miserable for Plowman on the screen. But great play call. That was going to be that's something you look for, right? On a second down, when you feel like the D's going to come bring the pressure, is that screen pass to kind of offset that.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Plowman again. Or no, that's Brendan Jones. And this time Jones will be dropped at the 35-yard line. Credit Franklin for the sack.
Yeah, Michael Robertson, number 43, coming off the blitz on the edge right there. He got around number 6, Josh Forsey, that tried to hold him up, but couldn't hold it up long enough as Jones takes the sack, and now 3rd and a country mile.
Franklin's got to get up past midfield.
It'll be interesting
for
to
first
see.
Down.
Will Franklin call a timeout on if they don't complete the first down? Draw play, good call.
Forsey again, he's up to the 35.
There's Coach Webb calling the timeout.
And Donnie Webb will call the timeout and stop the clock with 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
So, if I'm Coach Webb, well, listen, the clock definitely, I think he had like 15 seconds. But I think Coach Donnie Webb is I think they're going to come after the punt, right? And even if they accidentally hit the kicker, it's just going to give Centennial a first down. But there's so little time left on the clock. It's almost the risk you want to take to sit in the house, the kitchen sink, the couch, the recliner. Bring it all.
So everybody talks it over on the sidelines. 15 seconds remaining. 4th down and 16. Taylor Spirito heads back to receive.
I would be shocked if they set up for the return, but it looks like they are. You know what? There is Jackson Knotts. He is out there on the game number 17, so may not have been dreaming. He's out there on the punt return team.
Centennial set to kick it away here. Again, 15 seconds remaining.
Okay, here they come.
And here comes the jailbreak.
And they did.
And a nice kick straight up.
Now they need to just let it bounce because there is a flag rolled.
There is a flag, and we've probably got a roughing the kicker penalty.
Again, I tried to lay it out for you. I felt like they needed to bring even more heat than that, but number 19, the punter.
That's Carter Potts. He's slow to get up, kind of writhing around in pain on the turf there.
Again, it's the gamble you take. I mean, they definitely ran into him when they couldn't get the block. But you know, once the ball is tipped, Michael Williams, you could tackle the punter. You know, there is no foul. All they needed to do was make slight contact with the ball, and they would have been okay. But no contact, and that's going to be 15. But see, we're down here with 5 seconds left. I don't think it's really no harm, no foul. I mean, Centennial's got 5 seconds. They're probably going to try to throw one deep. Coach Donnie Webb's probably going to bring the house right here. Again, another situation where the house is going to be sent.
The house is going to be brung.
You do not need to let Centennial just sit back there and just fling it deep. But then again, there goes Spirito as the safety. He may go back there to the 10-yard line. I don't know.
So the roughing the punter penalty, excuse me, moves the ball up to midfield. Franklin will rush 3. They've got everybody deep.
Here comes DJ Durham.
Number 2, that's Brendan Jones. He goes way deep, and the ball is intercepted. So that is Blake
Garvey.
Brings us to the end of the first half. This battle of Franklin. Franklin goes into the locker room ahead 20-7. And we're back on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Back at Franklin High School for second half action between the Franklin Admirals, who are hosting this Battle of Franklin, and the Centennial Cougars. Franklin on top 20-7 as we enter the third quarter. The Admirals set to receive the kickoff. Franklin with a touchdown in the first quarter and then 2 in the second. Paul Breece will take us through this.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
There he is.
Sorry. All right, Michael Williams, here's the story if you're just now joining us. Franklin seemed to pretty much control the game offensively. Nothing big. You're not going to see any highlights of like any 50-yard explosion plays, but just a lot of 6 yards in a cloud of dust kind of situation. Centennial did answer. So 20-7 your score. With Franklin, though, unfortunately, for a Cougar fan, getting the ball first in the second half is they, they controlled the line of scrimmage. They ran the ball well, and they threw the ball well when they needed to, right? So when the play was designed for a pass, when the down was designed for a pass, guess what? They threw it effectively. Connor Bevan, businesslike, game manager, got it done, and Franklin with the ball in a slightly comfortable lead.
Mitch Lanik takes the ball out to the 23-yard line. And the Admirals will have it 1st and 10 to start this third quarter. Bevan again, the give inside to Bryce Sparks. Sparks tries to fight his way away from a couple of Centennial defenders and will be spun down as he crosses the 25-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 3. Franklin again looking to come off a 2-game losing skid with a win over Centennial. They had a game up at JP2, John Paul II, last weekend.
Very good team, by the way.
Good private school squad up in the Rivergate area. Centennial coming off a loss to Shelbyville. Sparks again to that right side, and again, that Centennial defense not allowing Franklin to string things out, as the contain is mighty good over there on that left side. And Sparks with a pickup of, well, call it no gain on the play.
You'd like to see Sparks hit that hole a little bit quicker. I don't know if he's not seeing the holes effectively or not, but it just seems like he's kind of dancing a little bit to try to work his way in. But, what do they say? Be a downhill runner if you can.
3rd down and 8 now. Where Franklin looked to Bevan to pass across the middle, and that one tipped away. Nicely done.
15 for Centennial.
15 was Cooper Allen, one of my students from last year. Way to go, Cooper, on the tipped ball. And Franklin, 4th down and 8, will have to punt it away.
Yeah, nice job by Allen there to drop back in the linebacker spot, get his hand up.
Cannon Plowman set to receive. Stands back with his heels at the 30-yard line. And quickly, oh my goodness, thought that one may have been touched. It may have been blocked. I think it was. I think Centennial got a hand on it. And the ball falls at the 35-yard line, and that Centennial crew is fired up over there.
Yeah, don't want to give a young team any kind of life here, as the Cougars, tremendous field position off the errant punt, maybe, possibly. I'm not sure if the referee called it was tipped or not, but landed about in the first row of the bleachers over there. So huge play, and it's going to be Plowman who carried the. Oh, and they broke the huddle with 12. So there you go, Michael Williams. Centennial just kicked himself in the foot. And they had 12 out there. One guy ran off late. So from a 1st and 10 to a 1st and 15.
Well, they had Josh Forsey again lined up at quarterback. So.
Did they? I think it was Plowman.
I thought it was
7.
I thought it was 6 out there.
Yeah, 6 is standing right next to him.
Okay, Cannon Plowman again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This guy's Mr. Everything.
Plowman, he'll take it up the gut. This time fight his way through Admiral tacklers up to the 25-yard line. Still driving forward.
Wow.
But they blew him dead at the 25. So he gets back the penalty yardage. Be second down and 10.
Gain of 4 on the play, second and 11.
While spotted right there at the 25-yard line. Again, they give inside to Forsey, trying to fight his way outside,
Wow.
and then DJ Durham not letting him go. DJ Durham, the senior linebacker. Forsey with a gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third down and 9. This young Centennial squad has gashed Franklin a couple of times, but mainly for every step forward, it's been 2 steps back. Plowman again up the gut, and this time finds some daylight on the left side, turns on the jets, and inside the 5-yard line is Cannon Plowman for the big first down, and Centennial, Paul Breece now back in business.
Big time. I mean, this is a huge run by Plowman, who had, you know, in my eyes, probably had no intention of throwing the ball. Maybe it was or was not a design run, but Plowman with the ball in his hands is the best option.
Again, this time it's Josh Forsey, number 6, crosses the goal line, and Centennial, just like that, scores the touchdown and is back within striking distance of Franklin. The PAT, and that missed PAT by Franklin, Paul Breece.
Looms large.
Looms large, indeed. It could be prophetic, as it were. Carter Potts on.
And this guy is taking a beating, right? Got rolled into on the extra point last time, and there is a block.
The PAT, so this is the third time we've seen a blocked kick in this game.
Shane Sifford, 88, 6'3", just coming through there and easily blocking it, and now we got ourselves an interesting situation.
Now we've got 20-13 is our score.
8:32 to go in the third quarter. Franklin 20, Centennial 13.
Well, you know, Michael Williams, I talked about the shout-outs, right?
How many we're up to now?
Well, you know what? I kind of feel like I need to read these out because the senior cheerleaders for Franklin High School, been given to me by the athletic director, Jay Johnson. They say they're all at home watching right now. Jessie May, Ella, Annabelle, Mary Darden, Alex, Izzy, Addison, Rebecca, Dally, Rachel, Caroline, and Sydney. Hey, ladies, we're glad you're watching here on WCTV. And this is going to be an exciting contest. I mean, again, we talked about it, Michael Williams, from the very start. Record books, out the window. Stats, out the window. Hey, no love lost.
Well, again,
Battle of Franklin.
we talked about these teams even for the last 8 years, 4-4. And again, the loser tonight has a very definite view of the exit door in terms of playoffs. Franklin again on, kicks it up to the up back. Couldn't exactly tell who that was.
Now it's Grayson Bruce.
Grayson Bruce, number 7.
And
the big receiver for Franklin takes it up close to the 25-yard line where the Admirals again take over 1st and 10. 8:24 to go here in the third quarter.
Cooper Allen and number 43, Liam Todd, the senior, did a nice job of the coverage right there on the kickoff team.
Liam Todd, another one of my students from last year.
Oh, there you go.
The senior this year. So can this defense hold Franklin? Sparks this time runs into a wall of white and knocked back. Couldn't exactly tell who got there first.
I'll tell you who his name. Keegan Scruggs, the freshman. Taking names, 62. And his brother gives him a tap on the head and says, "Great job, little brother." Wow.
Keegan and Jeremiah Scruggs, the Scruggs brothers out there.
Not former students of yours or current?
Jeremiah is.
Oh, there you go.
But not Keegan. So a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11. This time DJ Durham up the gut. Crosses the 25-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 3. Brings up 3rd down. Franklin has to get up to the 34-yard line for the first. This is where Bevan can be dangerous. He's been deadly accurate across the middle. Carson repass in that slot receiver spot. But they go to the right side, and this time the catch is made. Help me out with the number, Paul.
The catch was made by Carson Garner.
Carson Garner this time.
When repass and Garner 8 and 3, those are hard.
Yeah, they're tough to see from way up here. But Garner able to move the ball to the 35-yard line, so that's enough for a first down for Franklin. Cougars definitely wanted to get off the field right there. Sparks again. He'll run it up the gut. And maybe a gain of a couple. There's Bryce Sparks, the 11th grader. Bring up 2nd down and 8. Sparks again. They'll swing him out to the left side. Looks to turn the corner. Gets through, and he'll be slung out of bounds after he crosses the 45-yard line.
Joe Nelson, the corner, with the last saving tackle right there, 13. And that is a way to run downhill if you're Bryce Sparks. That's probably what you've been looking for if you're Coach Donnie Webb and the offensive staff, is to see Sparks running with a little more pep in his step.
Well, that's what this big offensive line of Franklin can do to you, is lean on you and wear you down, especially these young Centennial Cougars. 1st and 10 from the Centennial 42-yard line. Again, ball skips on the ground from Connor Bevan. Intended receiver was Carson Gardner. Brings up 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, the Admirals student section.
Is that third?
Yeah.
Is that the third one?
I think it is for me, too.
There's Bevan to the right side. This time pass is caught by Spirito. He's like a magnet out there, Taylor Spirito, the senior. Able to haul it in at the 25-yard line, and enough for another Franklin Admiral first down. Ball thrown a little bit behind Spirito, but able to spear it.
There you go. He adjusted well.
So again, the Admirals on the 26 and back in business. Talked about Big Fisher Anderson, 6'7", 275. Having him lean on you all game long. Whew, that's got to be tough. Durham now up the gut. He'll drag a couple of Centennial tacklers up to the 20-yard line.
Jeremiah Scruggs. he grabbed DJ Durham. drug him down, or that was going to be a pretty big gain by DJ.
So Durham's run gets Franklin up to the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. 4:40 to go here in the third. Again, it's Durham time, and DJ Durham crosses the 25-yard line up close to the 15.
Cooper Allen was in on the stop.
A couple of yards short.
Gain of about 3 yards on the
Yeah,
play.
this is going to be a
3rd
big-time
and a
play.
long one.
Third down and 1. This would be huge for Centennial if they could come up with a stop right here. Durham again to the left side, finds some daylight, breaks through into the secondary, crosses over the 5-yard line, and again Franklin knocks on the door as Durham with a gain of about 15. Franklin quickly to the line of scrimmage. Durham once again dives over the end zone. Touchdown Franklin. Touchdown DJ Durham.
Tremendous call right there by Coach Donnie Webb and the staff to do a hurry up right there. Centennial was trying to run a couple of guys on the field at the last second to get some substitutions in for this kind of a jumbo defense right there, goal line defense. Couldn't get him on the field in time because Franklin went hurry up, and DJ Durham basically walked in the end zone as the extra point pending.
Elliott again. Straight and true as the Admirals now will take the 27-13 advantage. 3:39 to go here in the third quarter.
It's just very, very great offensive series by Franklin after you have the special teams faux pas. How about that? And then Centennial comes down, puts it in after about 3 plays of Cannon Plowman. And then Franklin comes down and just goes right down the throat, the jugular, and puts 7 on the board. Now they're back up by 14, and it will be interesting to see how Centennial reacts. I mean, basically it's Cannon Plowman, right? On offense, Michael Williams.
Pretty much. And Josh Forsey.
And Josh Forsey, that's right. 7'6", 6'7".
So Plowman and Kofi Boggs again. Again, the kick is short. And this time, look out. Thought Centennial may have had some daylight right there. But Ryan Yates, I believe, the up back. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35-yard line.
Well, while we're waiting, Fairview 28, Camden 0. Some other scores around the Williamson County Sports Conference. Brentwood High is having a hard time with Oakland. I believe it's 30-0, Michael Williams. It's a tough homecoming matchup, right?
This time around the left side is Forsey again. Crosses the 45 up close to the 50. He'll have enough for the first down.
Wow, you have seen that time and time again from Centennial. They gain the possession. The first play is a big chunk, and then it's always been kind of a up in the air, right? I mean, they've had some situations where they had some penalties. They've had some negative yard plays, but normally the first down seems to be the big chunk play.
So 1st and 10, 3 minutes to go now here in the third. Plowman again at quarterback. This time Forsey is up close to midfield, perhaps a yard before he's chopped down. Durham around his ankles. DJ just scored the touchdown for Franklin. So pickup of a yard on the play. Centennial will have it 2nd down and 9. little cool tonight up here, Paul Breece.
Yep.
I'll
take it.
Second down and 9. This time Plowman will take it up the gut, and Franklin closes the door on him before he's able to break through. And stop cold at the 50-yard line is Cannon Plowman after that Franklin defensive line shuts the door on him.
Clay Crowder. And listen, if you're a Franklin fan or you're sitting at home or you're screaming at the TV set, stop Cannon Plowman. Number 7, get ready. We've seen him convert a 3rd and long before, so don't
Third
be
down
surprised.
and 8, a rare pass attempt this time by Centennial. In trouble is Plowman, and he will be banged down at the 45-yard line. And Centennial, again, will have to bring the punt unit on. Centennial just cannot seem to unleash a decent enough pass.
I believe one of the few passes I remember was the first play, right? It was Jones trying to throw to Plowman, kind of a quick hitch, and Plowman dropped it. And ever since then, Michael Williams, I mean, I'm trying to, remember how many pass plays has Centennial attempted where they've gotten the ball off. So I don't know.
Hadn't been but a handful. Taylor Spirito toes on the 19-yard line. Don't know that he will try to return this one. Comes up for it, and he'll cross the 30. And Franklin takes over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Up 27-13, 1:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Well, our games this year, Paul Breece, have been a little bit up in the air, what with the rescheduling. And that we are scheduled
currently
for the 8th, Page at Centennial. We'll see these Admirals again on the 23rd down at Nolensville High School.
Possibly.
Stay tuned.
I know Nolensville had to, I believe, Michael Williams, if I'm not mistaken, Nolensville did have to reschedule a region game that was scheduled for tonight to possibly that date. So I don't know if Franklin is going to pick up another game or not in that place for Nolensville, but
we are indeed fluid this year in terms of scheduling.
It's all about flexibility.
Grayson Bruce on the carry for the Admirals up to the 31-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 10. And so no gain on the play. Bevan again rolling to his left. Nicely done. Good pass, better catch by Carson Rapace. As the 12th grader, he'll haul it in. Crosses the 45-yard line up to the 46, enough for the 1st down. Good rollout, good pass, great catch. We're under a minute to play here in the 3rd. Franklin looking to land the knockout punch here. Bevan again, this time the give is inside to Grayson Bruce again. He'll run across the 50-yard line. Give him a pickup of 4, maybe 5 yards, depending on the spot. We do have a flag on the field. Franklin will be called for the hold, so that will negate the 5-yard pickup. And back the ball up to the 37 of the Admirals.
First and 18. Ball now back at the 38-yard line.
Bevan again rolls to his right, has his receiver.
87, Mina Mannon. Coming out of the
I was going to say either 37 or 87. I was waiting on you to bail me out there,
you
Paul.
go, Mina Mannon, the sophomore.
So the Mannon reception up to the 42. Franklin has to get to the 44 of Centennial for a 1st down, and that will bring up the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3, Franklin
Centennial 13.
27-14 as we head into the final quarter of action here in the Battle of Franklin. Again, this one going back to the mid-90s when Centennial opened in 1996. Franklin, first 15 years, not so much. Wouldn't let Centennial up off the ground, but over the last 8 years, these two teams have split in what has become a very heated rivalry between the two teams.
Heated?
Heated. Heated.
I believe you may be using the correct word for sure.
Franklin took a 1-point win last year at Centennial. Probably the best game that we saw all of last year between these two.
And a crazy ending as well, right?
I think we saw the year before was Centennial on the win.
Yeah, you're right. Road teams come out the last couple of years and pulled it out.
So here we start the fourth quarter. Second down, 14. Bevan again with the hard count, and some of the Centennial kids pointing at Franklin. Franklin pointing back at Centennial. What do the guys in the striped shirts say?
Oh, it's on
It's
Centennial.
encroachment by Centennial. So
75. 75 is our guilty party.
to Jeremiah, I think it is.
That would be my man. I tell you what, they did such a good job laminating. It's hard to. Donovan Hines, the sophomore.
So a free 5 yards for the Admirals. Brings up second down and 9 now. Bevan again, always dangerous. Rolls to his left. They try to contain him, and they'll bowl him under to Centennial. That was Cooper Allen closing the gate.
The senior. And you know what? Bevan had plenty of time, and so give Centennial, what do they call that, a coverage sack.
Indeed, that was and then it was a Cooper Allen sack for sure.
As Bevan had multiple seconds, right? if you got to get rid of the ball 3 seconds or less. I'm not sure how much it was, but it seemed longer than 3.
Bevan's jersey still a little wrinkled after that tackle. Yeah. So third down and 18 now. Bevan again in trouble this time, out to his receiver.
Almost.
Caught and dropped by Carson Rapaz. Had a handle on it, but came down and the ball comes loose. And Centennial able to hold here. So Franklin has to come out and punt. Cannon Plowman with his feet on the 20-yard line. Elliott back to kick for Franklin.
Uh-oh.
Quick look out, fake pass, and this time caught by Blake Irby. Blake Irby, the 12th grader, on the fake pass, or the fake punt rather.
Well, Michael Williams, we may have gotten away with a lot of infractions.
It may look like if we had a replay, we could maybe see some folks jump when they weren't supposed to.
And then the guy that got a head start because of jumping was. That's kind of new.
Interesting.
Yeah, the student section has got something going on the first down here. But yeah, the guy that jumped for Centennial just was like mugged. And so I was waiting for a holding call because they didn't call the offsides, but now.
Well, quickly to the line is Franklin. They don't want to leave any doubt as DJ Durham again crosses the 35-yard line. And again, here comes the flag late. I thought that might happen, and I think it will have a Centennial player, maybe a late hit, maybe after the whistle comes in and buries his head in the pile. So that might be another 15.
You know what they say, sometimes the guilty party's trotting off the field before they can call it on you.
Flag still on the field. We haven't had a call yet. I'm assuming it's going to be a personal foul on Centennial.
Yeah, maybe an unsportsmanlike. Or if they don't move the ball, they may say no flag. Yep.
Unsportsmanlike. It's exactly right, Paul Breece. So march off another 15 yards. Put the ball up to the 16-yard line of Centennial.
Man, what a turn of events, Michael Williams. You held Franklin to a punting situation on 4th and 18. And then they come out with the fake punt, convert first down. Now the penalty on the sportsmanlike, and now you're inside the 20. That is a tough road to go if you're a Cougar fan.
Durham again.
Wow.
He'll carry tacklers up to the 5-yard line. DJ Durham showing that brute strength, carrying 2 tacklers.
Joe Nelson, number 13, just hanging on for the ride.
This time again, Durham looked to dart outside and
wait a minute.
flip into the end zone. I believe he'll be stopped short.
That is, I was thinking of face mask, but man, that was quite an unusual tackle right there with DJ Durham somersaulting into the end zone. But
So spot the ball at the 1-yard line. Franklin looking to land the knockout punch. Just under 10 minutes to play here in the 4th. Durham again.
yeah,
And he'll have his 2nd touchdown of the night.
DJ Durham, the senior, having a big night in the backfield for the Rebels.
So 20-point edge now for the Admirals. Did you say Admirals or Rebels?
Oh, no. Did you get me?
I got
don't know. Doggone it.
Elliott again for the PAT. And straight and true, and new score, 9:51 to play. Franklin 34, Centennial 13. Is that a knockout punch, Paul Breece?
Don't forget to stop by the quarterback club merchandise table located.
Yeah. Michael Williams, that's a short answer. Yeah, that's the knockout punch. Listen, I'm up here, and I'm thinking Luke Ayers, our cameraman, on here on camera 1 or 2, I don't know. Luke Ayers, a Franklin senior, you know, he should be elbowing us every time we say Rebels, right? I mean, obviously, maybe he's not used to it either, right?
Or pinching us one.
Yeah. So,
kicking us in the shins, perhaps.
Luke Ayers, this one was on you, buddy. You should have corrected us.
That's right.
Every time we say Rebels,
that's all your fault.
Correct us. He's got a lot going on. You know what? We're bringing a lot of WCTV old-timers back out. Man, a lot of retirees coming out of retirement to bring you the WCTV Game of the Week.
Camden Brock and Cannon Plowman set to receive. This will be Brock, or Forsey rather. Forsey to his right side. And again, Forsey crosses the 30-yard line before he's taken down. And we'll have another flag. I believe, as they say, things getting a touch chippy out there.
Yep, real chippy. I think Blake Irby, number 12 for Franklin, is looking around like, wait, was that on me? Top of the screen there. It's always on special teams that things get kind of, you know why? Because those guys have been standing on the sideline.
It is a little cool tonight.
And so they finally get their first chance in a while, and hey. Oh.
So offsetting personal foul penalties.
The old offsetting. Never hurt anybody.
The old offsetting, that's exactly right. Even it out. They'll call that the semicolon rule.
Wow.
Only English teachers would understand that.
That has to be one great lesson. Plowman, is he going to throw it? Nope. Design quarterback keep. Ooh.
Gannon Plowman runs up to the 35-yard line before he's spun down. Clock continues to tick, under 9:30 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, I believe this is the last home game for the Admirals this year.
Well,
they have, I believe, 3 straight on the road. They go to, well, they have the week off for fall break. Brentwood, Nolensville, Dixon County, but the Nolensville game is kind of up in the air. So, oh, a little inside counter right there.
18, I believe, is the ball carrier for Centennial, Jason Bennett, and he's got it up close to the 35.
Another sophomore. So Coach Kreisky, man, if he keeps this group of sophomores, you know, together, bought into the program here.
Centennial, there are some fantastic-looking athletes walking the halls of Centennial. Third down and 7 now. This time the ball to Forsey. He'll take it to the right side, has some daylight, and Forsey dances out of bounds short of the 45-yard line. A massive first down for Centennial. Spot the ball rather at the 48. A first down nonetheless. Forsey showing some speed on that right side. And Franklin jumps in the neutral zone. Wow. And another free 5 yards for the Cougars.
Number 88, Shane Siffer, D lineman for the Rebels. Already had the block extra point, so he was coming for tackle for loss there.
Centennial looking to answer here. Plowman again back to pass. Ball sails out of bounds on him. Brings up second down and 5. That inside give to Forsey again, and he stops short.
Nice job by John Bostad, number 34, to slow the running back up right there, Forsey.
Third down and 6 now for Centennial. Plowman again on the delay, this time to Forsey, and he stops short of the 40-yard line. Ball comes loose, and Franklin pointing their direction.
So, all right, they're going to stop the clock. So, yep, they're going to give it to him.
And Franklin comes away with the fumble recovery. Couldn't see who came out of the pile with it. I think that was number 34, John Bosted.
Yeah, we just called his name for that nice defensive play.
And we've got a Centennial player down on the field. But quick to get back up.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be Forsey. That is not a good.
He's not putting any weight on that left leg. That is number 6. That is Josh Forsey.
Man, he has been, him and Plowman have been Mr. Offense tonight.
So Franklin with 7:15 to work with here. up by 3 touchdowns.
First and 10 for the Admirals. Ball at the Centennial, so their own 40-yard line.
Bevan out to his left, flag down.
Yeah, this one's coming back.
Pass complete to Carson, repass.
Carson repass. There's a flag on the play.
I believe we'll have a hold on the Admirals here. Indeed, that's exactly what it's going to be.
74, Fisher Henderson. I'd be shocked to give a reason why he would need to be holding. Right, 6'7", 275.
Well, they've got Jason Amsler listed at 6'6", 270, Fisher Anderson at 6'7", 275, and Mason Jones listed at 6'6", 280. So Franklin has some tanks on that offensive line.
Okay, not bad.
Move the ball back to the 30-yard line. Franklin now has to get to the 50 for a first down. And the refs will confer one more time. Make the whistle tweet, and away we go. And again, looks like Centennial may have jumped on that one.
So maybe Franklin's going to get 5 free ones back.
Put the ball up to the 35-yard line of Franklin. 7:01 remaining in the game. Fake the give to Durham. Bevan in trouble. Dumps it off and skips it on the ground. The intended receiver was number 21, is Isaiah Domingo. Centennial, Paul, has been getting some pressure on Bevan tonight.
Yeah, and Bevan definitely shaking up a little bit right here. We'd be so shocked if we don't see maybe Coach Webb use a timeout, maybe to give Bevan some extra seconds to. He really got some of the cobwebs knocked loose, right? I mean,
he was chopped in half on that play. So 6:40 to go in the ball game. Franklin quickly to the line this time. Bevan rolling to his right, and again that Centennial defense swarms and sacks Bevan back at the 30. Jeremiah Scruggs in the backfield for Centennial. So the loss makes this one a 3rd and 17. Again, Franklin has to get up to the 50-yard line for a first down.
DJ Durham, run. No.
Bevan again.
I like it.
Across going deep this time. Great throw, great catch. Carson Gardner again. As Bevan put it right in his breadbasket. Garner never had to break stride. And he's up close to the 15-yard line.
Oh, man, Connor Bevan, tremendous. I thought that Coach Webb was just going to settle for a run and punt and play defense. And Connor Bevan just threw a dart to Garner, who had just beat his man by, it looked like 3 yards.
So the Franklin Admirals dig themselves out of a massive hole here as Grayson Bruce tries to get past a couple of tacklers, makes it his way up to the 10-yard line with some nice footwork. And you can tell, Paul Breece, this young Centennial defense starting to run out of gas here.
Yeah, those guys have been on the field a long time for a lot of plays. You know,
wouldn't be at all surprised to see Franklin pop one right here. Again, that's Bruce And he'll take it up inside the 5-yard line. Stop the clock with 4:51 to go as Franklin will have it 1st and goal. So Franklin ball spotted inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Tick to 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. This time Bevan directly under center. He'll take it himself and dive forward, and the Rebels, nope, the Admirals, have the touchdown.
The senior, Connor Bevan, calling his own number right there. And going to be excited to, the seniors here at Franklin probably going to walk off here with a victory here.
Elliott on again for the try. And it's good. Franklin now holds a 41-13 edge with 4:24 remaining here in the ball game. Looks like Franklin Paul Breece will walk away with victory number 2 in as many years over their crosstown rivals.
Well, here's what we know, that we still have a lot of region football matchups still left to be played. I mean, Brentwood has only played one region game, and that was against Ravenwood, which they've won. They've had to be rescheduled for Independence, Dixon County, and so they still have those two, plus the Franklin Rebels. But what this does is it guarantees probably Franklin a spot in the playoffs, and you know what? Coach Webb's got to be excited for these young men, these seniors who put a lot of heart and time. And Coach Kreisky and this young Cougar team got, big things to look forward to in the years to come.
So Cannon Plowman, and I believe it's Camden Brock, set to receive. Plowman, he'll come up and take it about the 11-yard line. Plowman again, he's got some jets, but grounded right there at the 30.
Well, I think I see Forsey back on the field for Centennial, so I believe, right, he had kind of had needed assistance to get off the field, right? And
maybe got his foot stepped on.
Yeah, maybe he's trotting back on. I believe he was the young man that fumbled it. Let's see if he's back on the field. Well, now we're going to see Plowman at receiver and Brendan Jones and now at quarterback, so maybe a throwing situation for the Cougars.
Jones again going deep this time.
Going to go to Plowman.
And Cannon Plowman.
How about that?
With a long reception. I didn't know that we see Cannon Plowman again, but he's got the reception all the way up to the 26-yard line.
Will Brendan Jones stay in at quarterback? I mean, that obviously was the most successful pass play all night by the Cougars.
Without question. So Centennial now 1st and 10 at the Franklin 26. Jones again. Maybe that gives him a little bit of confidence. He takes off to that right side, and he'll be chased out of bounds after a gain of maybe 4. Brendan Jones is the 10th grader. Second down and 7. This time the give inside.
41.
Ball carrier is Devin Reed. First time we think we've called his name tonight.
The junior.
Coming again this time. The inside pass to number 7. Again, Cannon Plowman. This time he'll be chopped down at about the 6-yard line.
Nice touchdown saving tackle by Cooper Brown. number 16 out there.
So it's now Centennial back in business. First down and goal for the Cougars. That give outside. And inside, the touchdown goes to number 41, Devin Reed.
Very quickly, the Cougars strike.
And Reed will have to score it. Well, depending on the PAT here, 41-19.
The extra point is going to be good.
So the PAT is good. New score, Franklin 41, Centennial 20. 3:04 remaining in the ball game. Nice looking offensive drive by Franklin. Probably little too late.
Well, I believe credit Centennial on that play for bringing Jones back at quarterback, letting Plowman run some routes and letting Jones throw the ball a little bit. But obviously, I think Donnie Webb had done some substitution in the secondary, which probably aided a little bit of the situation as the big lead. Let some of the younger kids play. And still up by 21 with 3 minutes left.
Like the Cougars, though. I like the way they keep playing.
Absolutely.
Even though they have the big deficit here, they're still fighting. And Franklin, they step up to the midfield line expecting an onside kick.
Here come the hands team. And here's the funny thing. You got 10 people right inside 10 yards of each other. You got Caleb Anderson all the way back in the end zone. The deep receiver. If they could somehow pooch it in between the 35 and the 15, somewhere in that dead area. Oh, no, they're going to run him up a little bit now. Well, you can only 6 is the most you can have on one side of the field, so on the kickoff team.
So Potts, only he knows what he's going to do here.
He's going to let it loose. Oh, that's going to be a flag, too.
Interesting.
They can pick it up. Oh, now Franklin touched it.
Well, Coach Webb is down there screaming up a storm.
Now there's confusion.
Chaos ensues here. Howard Gamble Stadium.
Now, see, I believe they're saying Centennial missed the ball totally. It just fell off the tee. But I think Centennial was trying to kick it, an onside kick.
Well, let's see what everybody after.
But then once Franklin touched it, it made it a live ball. Okay, so they're either going to give Centennial a penalty for not kicking at 10 yards, or illegal touching, or here we go. Well, listen, we'll let the guy decide. Tell us he's in charge.
Inadvertent was.
So to bail it out, they're going to let him do it over again.
Okay. The do-over.
I'm just kind of letting this.
All right.
Looking at the Centennial coaches like,
you know what? I would have done the exact. I would have done the exact same thing. Actually, I probably would have run to my car and left. Well, let's try it again. I wonder if we see the same thing. Potts again set to kick it away, or not kick it away. We know he has to kick it at least. And this time squibs it across to the 50, and that one will be
Gardner
covered up by Gardner. So Franklin, with 3:04 to go in the ball game, I'm sure Donnie Webb will allow some of his younger guys to get in. Ball spotted at the 50. And indeed, we do see a number of unfamiliar numbers all night long. Our new quarterback. Is number 10, that's Kevin Blankenship. Blankenship, the 10th grader.
Oh, Centennial calls a timeout with 2:53. Interesting. Coach Creisey's not going to let this thing just bleed out, I guess. And that's just a good sign from, coach to tell the young kids, listen, you don't quit on me, I won't quit on you.
Absolutely. So 2:53 remaining in the ball game. Blankenship again, your new quarterback. That give is to number 14, Max Delander.
I believe that's going to be 44, Michael Williams. Let's
Rocco Panea.
Yep.
Well, thought I saw a 14 out there. I guess it's a 44. Clock stopped at 2:46 to go. Blankenship this time will roll to his right.
Nice throw.
Catch is made. Man, is that number 20?
Jacob Dunn.
Jacob Dunn on the catch. Enough for the first down. There's a core memory for you. Young Kevin Blankenship with the first down pass. Dunn with the first down reception. That time, again to Rocco Panea. Gain of maybe 2 yards on the play. Clock ticks under 2 minutes. Don't know that Kreisky will take his last time out here. Panea again, this time Centennial's defense stops him right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of a yard. 90 seconds to go in our ball game. Franklin will improve its record to 2-4 overall and pick up its first win in district play. Once again, we're scheduled for Page at Centennial on the 8th of October. But stay tuned, check local listings, obviously. We'll see these Admirals one more time on the 23rd as Panea takes it to the left side. Crosses the 34-yard line, and we are under a minute to go in the ball game.
Well, they're still going to have probably 4th down. If they take it down to 0, you're still probably going to have about 14 seconds left. Donnie Webb's probably going to call a timeout with about a second left. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's going to make any difference, but that's probably what he's going to do. There it is.
So Coach Webb will call a timeout. 15 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, the student section is starting to disperse as they probably head down to congratulate, celebrate this big Admiral victory. We thank you guys for joining us on our WCTV Game of the Week.
Absolutely. Love our audience on YouTube and live streamed on Facebook. This will likely do it for Franklin. Number 21 is your ball carrier. Is that Isaiah Domingo?
That is Jacob Dunn.
Jacob Dunn. Boy, I can't see numbers up here anymore.
Yeah, well, you got 8 seconds left.
Ball goes over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for Centennial.
So Centennial takes over with, they'll have one more offensive play. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. And again, outside, I believe that is number 16 or 18, Jason Bennett. And he'll be run out of bounds. And that'll do it. So your final score in this Battle of Franklin, the Franklin Admirals 41, Centennial 20. Hope you're able to join us next week. Again, stay tuned for where we are and who we cover. For everybody here at the WCTV Game of the Week, Paul Breece, Michael Williams. Once again, your final score, Franklin 41, Centennial 20. And we'll see you next week on the WCTV Game of the Week. Have a great weekend, everybody.